Good morning, students. Today, in the social movements, we are just going to focus upon the theories of social movements. We are studying theories of social movement. The first theory in our previous class we have discussed about the theory of relative deprivation, theory of relative deprivation, and the many of the sociologists now believe that the theory of deprivation is not a social movement. Now this is the now completely based on the feelings and the based on the feeling of the deprivation, and this is the and there are not a sufficient regions behind this kind of the movement to be called as a social movement. Understand? Now the critics say they say, or critics now they place the region, or mainly they 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 express their views that this is the a psychological factors only works behind this kind of the relative feeling of the deprivation. Only a theory of a relative deprivation. Behind that, the only the psychology of the deprivations now work behind that, and the feeling, the which can't be, and that creates the sudden movements and the or the and the emergence of the movements, and sometimes in all factors, or the in all places, in all terms, or the in all the cases, this feeling or this kind of the movement is not just included. Okay, in all circumstances, this does not create the movement. This does not create the any social movements. So on that basis, the critics now discard this kind this and not to permit this to be the accepted as a movement. Understand? Next, students, we shall today particularly going to we are the next the second theory which had been the given, or had been the drawn from the books, the logic of collective action, the logic of collective action. Okay, written by the Manker Olson's books. Understand? The from there the reason of the movements had been drawn, and these books argue that a social movement is a or aggregation of rational individuals. Now, this is the social movement is the aggregation of a rational individual actors, those who now a movement based on the rationality, based on the reason, based on the calculation, based on the particular thoughts and the understanding and analogy, or the analysis, pursuing their self-interest, and this a movement is the completely aggregation of the rational individual. Understand? Who acts and who pursue their who acts for the acts for their self-interest. They come ahead, they participate, but there must be an interest inherent, must be involved the interest, their interest. So that is why this is called as the movement. A movement is the rational individual actors are there. So that's, and moreover, a person will join a social movement only if he will gain the something from it. The person who is going to join a movement, understand, going to line up and join the any movement, understand, there must be, he will go and the march in the movement because of the his now a vested interest. because of his vested interest or rational vested interest he had on the basis of calculation, and moreover he or participate only if the risks are less than the gains. And one thing is that the very carefully participates in movement and calculate the uh, profit and the loss. If the gains is less, then he will not join. If the gains is much than the loss, then he will join. So this is the calculated and the rational movements. Participants go in the movement on the rational calculation, rationality, thinks it, and the and Olson's theory, and this Olson's theory of the movement based on the notion of the rational, based on the notion of the rational utility maximizing individual, rational calculation, profit and or utility maximizing individual. And do you think people always calculate individual cost and benefits before undertaking the any action? What is your opinion? This has been asked from your students, okay, by the writers. What do you think? Understand regarding that? And moreover, another theory we are going to see here by the McCarthy on the and the Giles too. A person have given their own theory of the movement. First, Giles, McCarthy and the Giles proposed the what the resources mobilization theory. What the another theory is given that by the McCarthy and the Giles, and they proposed the resources mobilization theory, or they reject the Olson's theory. Olson's theory assumption that social movements are made up of the individuals pursuing their self-interest. At the Olson's spoke that the social movements are the because of the individuals pursues its own interest, but they reject this, and what they say instead, the McCarthy and the Giles both argue that a social movement's success depends on its ability. A social movement becomes success of its ability to mobilize resources, whatever the resources are they have, how to mobilize the resources and the means of different sorts. A social movement gets the success and the resources means the leadership, the organization, the financial strength of the organization, how these organization and the elements of the movement are practiced or enforced or implemented on the ground, that becomes the that truly becomes what to be called as a social movement. This has been the given. This theory has been the given by the McCarthy and the Giles. Okay. Moreover, students, now mobilize means of different sorts. If a movement can muster resources, a movement can gather much of the resources. Resources means only not money. I am talking about that. Resources means the people, the participants, the organization, leader, understand, objectives. These all will come under this. The resources such as leadership, organizational capacity, and communication facilities, and can use them within a available political opportunity structure. And if these all resources, the leadership, organizational capacity, communication facilities are well implemented within a available political opportunity structure, in a political opportunity structure, so then that will be the called no doubt as a movement, or it is a more likely to be the effective, or that will result in a effective. And the critics argue that a social movements is not limited by existing resources, but in this theory of the McCarthy or the uh, Giles theory is also criticized, and the some of the critics criticizing this theory, now they they say that it can create resources. Now resources, one thing is that political structure, it is the more likely to be effective. Critics argue that the social movement is not limited by existing resources. Or now critics say that social movement only can't be the confined to the existing movement or existing resources, whatever the resources have. So this is the not a entirely a social movement. It can create the resources such as new symbols, and now the social movement can itself only social movement is not a, it mean not to the implement the resources. No, social movement itself can create many of the resources within its structure, within its frame. This movement can like the new symbols or identities that the social movements can create itself. Only that does not matter. So these the social movements had the capacity to create its own resources, and the other are as a number of poor people's movements show scarcity. Now the poor and the laborers, workers, they are in movement. They have the scarcity of the resources. Need not be a constraint. Their resources, because of resources, their movement will not constrain and not a hurdle. Resources is not a hurdle in their movement. Understand? And even within an initial limited materials, now resources and the organizational base, a movement can generate resources through. One movement can generate its own resources by through the process of struggle. Understand? Did you understand? A poor movement can generate the more resources through its struggle, through their struggle. The only McCarthy and the Giles theory has been the criticized that only meaning of social movement is not to implement the resources in the well manner. No, resources can be the limited resources. The basic resources can be the enhanced, and the poor's movement, lack of the resources, can gather the momentum, can raise the more resources by their struggles. They can now gather and create and become the more resourceful. Understand, students? So now we have to be the think examples from both past and the contemporary period. Here is the some of the examples. Let's have our study and focus towards the example of that. First, social conflict does not automatically lead at the social conflict. Every society is inherent existing social conflict existing in every society. The social conflict does not automatically lead to the collective action. Automatically, issues are existing, the differences are existing in the society, and now then after collective, it does not automatically come into the action. No, for such action to take place, a group must consciously think. A group of the people, those who are the suffering under the society, they must think the consciously and identify themselves as a oppressed beings, and they must have to be the identified. They are the oppressed being collectively. They should make their own opinions, force the opinion. If they are being exploited, they are oppressed. This is create, and there has to be and then after they needed an organization, a strong organization and leadership to lead this organization, a leadership, and to clear the, and they must have to be the laid down the certain ideology. And moreover, often social protest does not follow on these lines. Okay. And now, however, social protest does not follow on these lines. People may have a clear idea of how they are the exploited, but they are often unable to challenge this through over political mobilization or the protest. Sometimes they are unable to exercise, unable to mobilize this. And in this book, Weapons of the Weak, now James Scott, another sociologist, James Scott, who had written the book Weapons of the, written a book Weapons of the Weak, Weapons of the Weaker section, understand? And the weak say, now the Scott analyzed that lives of the peasants and the laborers in the Malaysia protest against the injustice took the form of small acts such as being deliberately slow. Deliberately slow. These kinds of acts, these kinds of acts have been defined as the everyday acts of the resistance. Understand? So we can see that now there are the many of the region existing the issues. Understand? How the people living in society perceive those issues, how far they are success to organized, success to give the leadership, and success to give their clear cut objectives, and create a similar perceptions. This depends upon the certain circumstances of that group or the on the political atmosphere of the country. Understand the student? So now there are so many perceptions we have. Now the here, let's see, studies on the poor women in South Asia has shown that often they are forced to give their small savings to their husbands. They are forced to give their small savings, and the who demand it for their drinks, and for the wine and the drinks they demand for that, and they then devised a way out by hiding their money. The women hide their money in the two places. When they were the forced to give up their hard-earned savings, they gave the money from the one of the hiding places. Okay, they gave the money from the one of the hiding places, and thereby ensured the safety of the other savings. So this is the reasons that how the women's of this kind say why they are not organizing against their husbands and like that. There are many of these circumstances. Understand that affects the social movements and the social organization. Okay. Next thing is that types of social movements. Here, students, we have to be the one way of the classifying. First, reformist movement. Second, redemptive movements. Third, revolutionary movement. There are three kind of the movement. So far we have seen that theories of social movement. The theory of social movement may have to be the relative theory of relative deprivation. First, second, Manker logic of collective action, rational individuals. Third, McCarthy or the Jaldi's theory of the movement. Next, movements or these. So you have to see that you have to be the divide these all kind of the principles and the theories. Moreover, students, types of the movement. Now there are three kinds of the movement, particularly classified: the reformist movement, redemptive movement, or revolutionary. So here is the first of all, there are the different kinds of the movement. They can be the classified redemptive, redemptive or transformatory movement. Redemptive movement for the transforming, whether the whatever any to transform the any institution. This movement, second reformist, and the next revolutionary, a redemptive social movement. So what is the first of all? Let's say we what is the redemptive social movements? Aim at to bring about the change. It is the done for bringing about the change, bring about the change in the personal consciousness and action of its individuals member. What is the a redemptive movement? Is that movement, social movement aims to bring about change in the personal consciousness, change about the personal consciousness and action of its individual members, its own individual members में अगर कोई if the any efforts is made to bring about the change, so for example take the people in the Izahawa community. Izahawa very famous community and belong to the lower class community, untouchables community. Izahawa community in Kerala were led by Narayan Guru. In the Kerala, Izahawa community is the very famous community of the lower class people, untouchables community. Or Narayan Guru is one of the reformists, and now to change their social practices, or he laid the emphasis to bring about the change in their own social practices. If the certain practices in the certain group, in the certain section is going on, and to bring about the changes within the structure or within the practices of that practices within the practices of that particular community, their own practices, the particular community, that is called as a that is called redemptive movement. Or Narayan Guru, the Izawas say there he laid the emphasis and led the movement for bringing about the changes within their own practices which they practice for the centuries. Understand? For this. And now second, let's come to the reformist movement. The reformist social movements strive to change the existing social beliefs and the social orders and the social and political arrangement. This is the done or the brought to the political arrangements through gradual social movements. Reformist movements are brought about the social changes, political arrangements or the political changes through gradual or incremental steps. Through the incremental steps. 1960s आप देख सकते हैं movements for the reorganization of the Indian states on the basis of language. Now here these movements, the reorganization, before the independence, understand, our states were designed or the drawn boundaries were drawn on the British theory, on the British according to the British government's policy. Understand? But or according as their own interest. Understand? The British government had divided. But after the independence, understand, a strong movement in the first election held in our country, or in that first election, okay, different leaders belonging to the different states and provinces, they had promised their peoples the reorganization of the state boundaries, reorganization of the state boundaries on the basis of the language, on the basis of the language. Understand? So now this they had promised their people, and on that basis they won the election and come into the parliament. and put their problem and issues before the Nehru, before the Jawaharlal Nehru. Understand? To reorganize the boundary of our country on the basis of the languages. Understand? On the basis of the languages. So now this was what? This was the due to the pressure and the movement which were going in different parts of the different states. Understand? Of the different language speaking people. Okay, they were in movement or laid the stress upon the contemporary governments, a newly formed government after independence. Okay, the students here. So this kind of the movements, basis of the language, and recent right to basis of the language. Second, recently the right to information campaign are the example of the reformist movement. The now the in the political system, if the political system now there was a very no any no any transparent system, transparent system. All the officials work were going in confidential or the hidden manner, and what the just and now the people felt now there might be the injustice within the structure that is not coming out, so they wanted they wanted the reveal of the all and the outing of the reveal of all the entire process of the governments which is going internal. They wanted their open list of their selection and open marks and open. So this kind of the movements went on in the different parts of the our states, different states, and leading the Rajasthan. And moreover, recent right to information campaign, a reformist movement. So this is the and the government had to be the give the right to information, and this was the part of the reformist movement. The governmental parts movement for the bringing about the reforms in the government's acts and the government process in the government functions and the performance. Moreover, revolutionary social movements, another revolutionary we know very well, attempt to radical transformation in social relation, a radical change. Revolutionary means what? A sweeping change, a overhauling radical change, complete transformation in the social relation for the movement for the changing in the social relation, often by capturing the state or oftenly by capturing the state. The French Revolution, we have the great examples. The Russian Revolution, where the Bolshevik revolutions went on. Understand, under the Lenin, Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, who led the movement. Understand, Bolshevik party now and change the government and the social structure there. Understand that here we see that the Bolsheviks revolution in Russia deposed the Tsarist government to create the communist state. Communist state. Naxals are also in the movement in our country to remove the oppressive landlords and the state officials. They are in the movement, still in the movement against the oppressive operations of the landlords and the oppressive officials. Against that, they are the and described as the revolutionary, or this kind of the movements is described as the revolutionary movement. Radical movements are there, and moreover, you might discover. You try to classify the social movements in terms of the typology. Most movements have the mixed movement, or the many of the movements are the mixed also. The redemptives, reformist, and the revolutionary. You will then now clearly write in your copies. Understand, or आपके well defined में आप लिखेंगे. You will prepare. Understand, because these movements are the important part है, and the other orientation of the social movements shift over the time, such as ये shift होता रहता है movements from such revolutionary objective and the becomes the reformist. Sometimes revolutionary objective becomes the reformist. Reformists become the revolutionaries, and revolutionaries become the redemptive. Like that, a movements may start from the phase of mass mobilization, a movement, and collective protest to become the more institutionalized. The movement now must have the and the makes the efforts to be the institutionalized. Understand? Or moreover, social scientists who study the life cycles of the social movements call this a movement towards the social movement organization. These movements, all movements, tries and make the attempts to be the institutionalized. Understand? तो इसलिए for that reason social scientists now call this kind of the movement social movement organization. Social movement organization. Every movements now try to be the institutionalized. Okay. Moreover, uh, how the social movements is perceived, classified, always a matter of interpretation, and it differs one to another. For instance, what was the mutiny or the rebellion of the British, for example? This is the look or the angles. To which angles one is defining the movement. Okay. Now in the Jammu and Kashmir, many the terrorists are just being killed there. But what they are called in the Pakistan, they are called as the Sahid. Understand? Fidain, Shaheed. They are called there. Who are the and now in our eyes, our views, they are the terrorists. Like the British government now, British during the British government mutiny or rebellion. First, the first war of the Veer Savarkar, who first war of independence in his book, and he called and termed this movement as the first war of independence. Independence for the Indian nationalists. This was the but a mutiny act and defiance of the legitimate authority by the British rule. British say not looked at and looked at viewed it as a defiance of the legitimate law and the rules they call. And more a struggle for independence is a challenge to the very legitimate to the British, and this was the challenge the British rule. This show how the people attach the different meanings to the different social movement. So this is the views of the people. Many angles, many colors, many glass, many colors with the glass with the different colors. Like that, the movements uh, as you see, you will find. Second thing is that in the box 8.5 may I will now capture your attention. My dear students, these all movements, understand, you now should learn a little some points. Understand? All movements you should now arrange the matters for the study. Okay, and you should know about that. You should have a very little knowledge and not little knowledge and the broad, but a optimum knowledge we should have the on the many of the movements are given, and you try to find out the matters. If not, we shall discuss later on. Thank you very much. I suppose that time is about to end. Okay, and you sociology students, I know you all, or you are not attending the class. Most of you, I have just see that. I am counting you people heads. Understand? So, you must attend, and I have the number. Just thank you very much.